Hey, what's up guys, it's still for Fino Concepts, and in this video we are taking a look at how to create a social media advertisement profile using Adobe Photoshop. Let's get started. Welcome to Fino Concepts. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Alright, so I'll go ahead and open up my application here, and I'll go ahead and create a new document. In this case, I'm using a square image instead of the usual 4x5 that I use. So I'm going to set this width to 2000 and the height by 2000 as well. And the resolution probably 300 should be just fine, and click on create. I'm quickly going to get rid of these guidelines for a second because I don't need them. I'll bring them up when I need them. Now, a crucial part about this design is getting the right image. So in my case here, I have this beautiful portrait of some handsome gentleman over here, and this is what I'm going to use. Another important step is getting the good fonts and your colors. So in this case, I noticed that royal blue and yellow goes a lot well with most designs. You can also try the dark purple, but in this case, I'm just going to use the royal blue and yellow. So let's go ahead to our color palette and I'll select a royal blue color from here. I may make it a little bit purple, but it's just my design choice. You can go ahead and select whichever color you feel comfortable with. So I think somewhere around here should be just fine. So F0DC00 in case you want to use the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and grab a background. Let's create a background. And in my case, I'll be using the adjustment panel's solid color. So I'll create it from here. I don't think this blue is dark enough, so I think probably somewhere around here should be fine. So I'm going with the 0B0854, and let me change that color from here to that too. Now this is looking quite cool. So let's go ahead and also create some shapes. So I'll grab the ellipse tool from here. Now you can see that the fill color is set to blue, the foreground color. I'm just going to change it to white. So let's pick a white color from here. You know what, let's just create one. By holding down the shift key, I'll click and drag like so, and I'll just double click and change the color to white. So basically all of them are going to look just like this. So I'll use the move tool to place it somewhere around here like so, and if you want, you can go ahead and duplicate and just put them on top of each other or stack them on top of each other. So I'll put this somewhere around here. Control J to duplicate. Using my move tool, Control J to duplicate, I'll place this also somewhere around here. Then I'll duplicate again, Control J, put this also here, and I'll just be doing the exact same thing continuously. So if you don't want to use the Control J shortcut, you can always hold down the Alt key whilst the move tool is still active. Hold down the Alt key and just click and drag. So like so, if I just click and drag, it will create a duplicate, create a duplicate, create a duplicate, and so on and so forth. Let's just say I'll place this somewhere around here. Now let me quickly rearrange these. So let's select all of these ellipses and group them up using Control G, and let's call this white circles. Sorry, I like typing in caps. And so let's just put this somewhere around here. I also want some of the ellipse to cover up the bottom here, so I'll just drag in a few so that there's no blue in here like so. Now we are going to create another set of circles. This time around, let's use the yellow. So I'll create a new group using the icon here, the third icon from the right, and let's call these yellow. Oops, I can't spell today. Yellow circles. So let's grab our ellipse tool one more time and create some circles. So hold down the shift key, get a perfect circle. With your move tool still active, just hold down the Alt key, click and drag, 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 making sure all aspects are covered. Now, you know what? I think I'll put you somewhere around here. either that or I'll take this one out. Okay, I think this is looking much better. Select for me. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll put you here. Now the yellow circles is going to be underneath the white one, so I'll just click and drag them at the bottom like so. And this is looking quite nice. I should probably name this and save it up. So let's say social media advertisements. Okay, it's saved to the desktop. Now let's bring back our image and hide this behind all of these. So let's go ahead and resize it using the move tool. I think I'll place it somewhere around here. I think I'll actually flip this around. So with the move tool selected, hold down the control key and press T to bring up the transform options. Now you notice that the transform options are active once you see these three icons at the top here. So I'll just right click and go to flip horizontal, and I'll stretch it out to something like this. I think this is looking quite cool for me. Okay, now with the profile selected, you know what, let's create a group for that too. Let's call this image. I'm actually going to blur out or remove these portions from here. You can see it is too straight, so I'm going to create a layer mask, which is the third icon from the left. Grab my brush tool or B on your keyboard, have a specific size, and I'll just brush over the part I want to hide. Now you can see that the layer mask I created is white, so I have to use black to hide the part. Black is always going to hide the part and white is going to reveal. Now I want to hide certain parts, so I'll use a foreground of black. Now if I just click and drag, you can see that it is brushing over that place. Let me increase the size so that I have some form of seamlessness. Set it to 500, brush over here and here as well. Now this is what I have now. I'm also going to create another group inside the image and call this, let's call this name, because I'm going to type in the name here. Now for typing, we have to use a type tool. Everything in Photoshop has a tool. So I'll grab the type tool from here, which is T on your keyboard, and I'll be using the horizontal type tool. So I'll go ahead and type in a name here. So let's say THEYOLARBI. Oh, this is too huge, so I'll reduce the size to, I think this is fine, but I don't like the font. Let's go with some form of script font. So I think I'll go with this, the Gateway signature. I'll try and leave a link in the description below so that you guys can also download it. And I'll resize it to something like this. Now this isn't the only information I'm going to put down here. So apart from the name, we also have to have some form of position. So if this is an event, let's say content creator, I'll highlight all these. This time around I'll be using the Gotham font because why not? I like that font so much. And I'm actually going to use the exact same yellow color we've been using since we started this tutorial. So let's reduce the size, probably 10 points, and just use the bold version and place it somewhere around here. Alright, so if I fit this to screen, this is what we have so far. I think I'll rather bring this to the bottom like so. So let's add in a couple of texts. Any form of important information is also going to be in here. So I'll create a new group and call the group text, just to keep everything organized. Then let's have a heading for it. So in this case, I'll just be using social, no, we don't want to type in caps, so social media marketing. And I'll go into the character options. If you don't have that, just go to window and select character from here. Now in the character options, I'm going to make sure everything is aligned to the right. So first of all, you can do it over here, but I'm going to increase the size to about 48. Let's see how that is looking like. I think that is a bit too much, so probably 30 should be just fine. Yeah, 30 seems much fine. So I'll place that somewhere around here. And let's go ahead and change a few colors. Let's probably make this white and let's leave this as yellow. Yeah, I think yellow is fine. If you want to go a bit crazy, you can also increase the size of this just to match the social media we have here. But I think the 30 is just fine. Now, if you have other information, you can always put them at the bottom of this. But in this case, I don't, so I'm just going to use the Lorem Ipsum, the dummy text that everyone is familiar with. So I'll just click and drag over here, and that text is going to be in here like so. So probably 12 points, not the bold version, medium, align left, and let's see what we have. Probably let's make it 10 points so that it fills this part for us. I also change the color to white because, yeah, why not? So let's have this somewhere around here, and I think this is looking much better. All right, let me go ahead and save it before Photoshop crashes on me. Now, once I am done with this, if there's any other information, you can always put them here because there's so much space, so which I'm going to do. So I'm just going to bring this exact font over here. I don't want to type it all over again, so Ctrl J to duplicate, and I'll bring that into the text. Let's go ahead and hide that. So the name will come here, and I'll say something like join online. So let's say this is an online tutorial and you have the opportunity to join online like so. And let's add in one more information. This time around I'm going to use the Gotham font. So let's say someone wants to call. What number do they call? You can have something like for, I can't see what I'm typing because it's white on white. Let me change the font color to black, and this will probably have to be on top of the white circles because if I type it beneath, I'm not going to see what I'm doing, so I'll bring it on top. So let's say for more information, oh, can't type today. For more information, contact. So I'll place this somewhere around here, and I'll add in a phone number like this. I hope this isn't an actual phone number. Please do not call. And let's increase the size, actually not reduce, so probably 24. Yeah, 24, it's fine. And probably let's use the bold or ultra version. Yeah, I think this is looking quite cool, but unfortunately I don't like how spaced out they are, so I'll highlight the bottom text again back in my character. Now if you look right here, we have the option for spacing the top text from the bottom text. Right now it is set to auto, which I'm not comfortable with, so I'll go ahead and set my own number of points. So 12 isn't looking like the way I wanted, so probably, yeah, 24 seems just fine, so I'll use the 24 version, and I'll go ahead and zoom out and see what I have so far. Now the colors are looking a bit too bright for me, so let me quickly change them up and make them a bit darker. For the color fill, I'll just double click and make it as dark as so. So 060334 is just fine. And for the yellow colors, let's see. Well, instead of changing this entire thing, I can just add in an effect called the color overlay. So a color is going to overlap what is already there. So to do that, the yellow circles group is selected. I'll go into FX, the second icon from the left. I'll click on color overlay. And I'll go ahead and select the color I want to use. So initially we had this yellow, and I'll make it a bit orangey. So yeah, yellow and orange at the same time. I think this is looking much better. So F0A, F00, then OK and OK. Then I'll repeat the exact same thing. So this is going to take that same color. I should have copied this. No, let me go back to that. I'll copy the color code so that if I come back here, I can just paste it in like so. I'll do the exact same thing for content creator right here. Paste in the color code. Alright, now this is looking much better. If you have icons, another important thing when designing is if you have icons, it sort of draws the attention of whoever is looking at it. So instead of just having for more information, contact, blah, 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 I'll add in an actual phone icon. So I'll go over here and see if I have one. Yep, I have one here. So I'll just click and drag and put that also here like so. Now it's actually supposed to be on top, else I'm not going to see. It's going to be behind the yellow the yellow text I have here. You know what, let me bring this even at the back. So yeah, everything is going to work out the way I want them. So resize, put this somewhere here, probably rotate it a little bit. Yeah, I think this is looking fine. it seems a bit too huge for me. You know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a rectangle around it. So a rectangle like so, holding down the shift key so that it gets a perfect rectangle. I'll bring that beneath the phone icon. Let's change the color of the rectangle to the orange we have, and let's change the color of the phone icon to white. So FX color overlay, change from orange to white, and let's see what we have. So let me go ahead and resize this. So zoom out, and what do we have? Yeah, this is much better. The information is a bit too huge, but we can always go ahead and change it up. So Control G, let's call this contact text, and let me go ahead and resize it. It seemed a bit too huge for me. So yeah, I think something like this is much better. I can also bring these down. Let's bring the yellow ones also down just a bit. Our image and text can also come down. So if you have a logo, you can add in your logo, your social media handles, and all of that. But I wouldn't want to stress you guys out too much. This is more or less like the baseline for you to get started. So I'll end it here, but I'm just going to add in a few things for the final edit and the thumbnail of this video so that you guys will click on it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch more of our videos, hit that subscribe button, and as always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Fino Concept, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.